Remember I said I was going to be doing a patriotic journal for this month? Well, let's show you what my kit looks like. Hi, this is Kelly with Kelly's Creative Dream Studios. And first off, I know it's supposed to be Tag Tuesday, but that video posted yesterday by mistake. So if you haven't seen it, you'll see a couple of the tags that I'm using for this journal, so you can pop over there and watch that when you're through here. So I am loosely doing the Junk Journal Challenge with Dear Julie, and I will link her challenge information video below. I'm going to be busy the next 2 or 3 days with the Junk Journal Boss Summit. I've taken it for like 3 or 4 years. It's a lot of fun. I understand we may be at a waiting list, but I'm going to put the link for that down below. It is absolutely free to participate. You get some great instructions from the top creators in the Junk Journal Mixed Media community. And like I said, it's absolutely free unless you want the extended pass where you can go back and watch the videos later. Then that one is a little bit of a fee, but that's fine. I found that buying the extended pass works so much better because you go in, you sign up, and you never know if something's going to come up and you have to miss some sessions, and then you're out of luck. So I recommend the extended pass, but if you have nothing to do but just sit and watch the videos and play along, the free version is just for you. Okay, let's jump into the Junk Journal Kit by Dear Julie. Now, this is called the Junk Journal, June Just Junk Journal Challenge. I have to use a full paper pad, and I'll be showing that to you, and some of her digitals. I have to use any sign, any size, any theme, any binding, at least 60 pages front and back, large and small, so I can mix things up a little bit. I've got to turn a fan on, so I hope it doesn't make too much noise, but I'm standing here melting. I have this new little charger one from Ollie's, and it's absolutely adorable. But I can plug it in and turn it on, and I can get a little air circulating while I'm over here. So we'll see if this helps. Okay, of course I have it upside down, so you know there is that. Okay, any size, any theme, any size, binding, at least 60 pages front and back, large and small, which means, let me see if I can find a piece of paper. Let me see. So this would be the front, and then the back. This would count as 2 pages. Okay. Now, if I were to put it in the book, in the signature this way, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So, getting the 60 pages is easy, and it doesn't create as much bulk as you might think. I have to use at least 12 Dear Julie digital pages, and I am going to be using her Celebrating America. It is in her shop, and I think that sale goes off today. They are 25% off, but there are these, and I have to look and see if there's some full sheets that I can use, not just the postcard type, because I want some full sheets here. So that's what I'm going to be using for her digital. I can print the digitals on any paper, any fabric in my stash, and use that. Pages are 8.5 by 11. Must use all the images on whole pages for it to count. So I have to use all these images on this page if I'm going to count this page. And once you get into the things we have to make, that's easy. Now, I am just talking about the kit today. I will list the playlist down below, which has the kit information. The link to the Facebook group, I believe, is in the information of the information kit. And then every time she does a video walking us through doing something, she puts that video on the playlist. Yes, all digitals are on sale through today, so if you want to go in and check out some of her digitals, today is the day to do that. If I want to use other papers this month, I can print the digital on paper, such as on a ledger, piano paper, lined paper, graph paper, etc. And this is what has to go in my kit. So aside from her digital, I have to use a paper pad. Now I'm going to go back to the paper pad last because it's kind of holding everything up over here in the chair. So one of the items is to use tissue. And so I have some, I really wished I'd have had some red, but I didn't have red. Even in Christmas, it was just a Christmas pattern. But I have blue, and I have white, and I have checkered. So I've got the blue and white, so that works. Laces and ribbons, and I'll get to more laces and ribbons in a minute. Game pieces. So I am using a bingo card. I'm using bingo chips. These are colored ones that I bought from Spectrum Art Creations, and there's red and blue in here, and I have a bag that is just white that are clear. So I may go back and pick those up out of my drawer. So bingo chips, a Monopoly board, and I think that's going to become pockets actually. And then I have Spellbound scorecard. I may look and see what of these I have left. I want to save Spellbound for Halloween book. So, and then I have this humongous crossword puzzle sheet. So that's pretty much it for my game pieces. So I'm going to tuck these back in the book. Well, let's lay them over here. I'm trying to keep things organized. Okay, jewelry. You saw those. I turned the... In fact, let me grab the ones from over here on this box. It's quicker. Remember the star earrings from Walmart that I turned into? I put them on a lobster claw. So now I have 2 of these in my journal kit. Put that back in the box so I don't forget to put it in somebody's envelope. Tea bags or coffee filters. And I have a coffee filter in here because it's all white. We can use any paint. I'm not sure if I'm going to use paint, but it's there. Envelopes, I have several. And let me see what I did with that one. I have this big envelope, which would be great for a page. And we have to make a master board, so I could put the master board on here. And then I have this envelope. And this one. I have that one. I like the big windows on these. And so I have a variety of sizes. Plus I have these 2 standard sized envelopes with these flag cards. And I want to do something like the one that I got from Rebecca Wills on one of these envelopes. So I have those. And I stuck them all in this great big envelope so I couldn't lose anything. Because I know me. Okay, so that's that. Envelopes, a scrap box. I don't have a scrap box. I have a scrap bag, and as you can tell, there's lots of reds and blues in there. So this is going to be a good scrap bag for me to use. Okay, junk box, trash. Now, I've got other stuff sitting in the top of this basket, but this is my junk packaging. I have things from socks, and then I have some other things down here in the very bottom that have patriotic designs on them, such as these from the earrings, and towels from Dollar Tree for my kitchen, so I have that. Okay, so junk box, such trash, packaging, coffee, tea, things that most would throw out. And I'm sure there's going to be more. I have a big box over here that I can go through yet. Game pieces, including the cards and score pads. So I have those. And then I have a variety of playing cards. Making sure I hadn't lost any. I have these, but I think they're going to have too much color on them for me. So I might not use those. But I have the American Quilt from Bonnie K. Hunter's playing card set. And what's more American than either the flag or a quilt? So I have those. I'm going to buy me another box of those. I've been sharing those out, and I'm about out. And then I have these. The Bohem, they are eagle sculptures. And then I have these. And then I have, I can't remember where I got these. But I'm I'm trying not to tear the box, but that's not going to happen. But I have these of Abraham Lincoln. 16th President of the United States. Now, it'd be really cool if I could have found a set of cards that had all the presidents on them. I never thought to look. Maybe I should have. Not that I need 17 cards in a journal, but, you know, there we go. I wanted to look through these. I don't know if they're all the same or not. That's why I want to look. So they are. They're all the same. So I have those that I can use. So that's game pieces, including cards and score pads. Cannot believe I managed to tear those. Okay, napkins. I have those. Remember I showed you those in the girls' kits that I'm sending out? So I have, there's my coffee filter, and then I have the stars. I have this one, and I have this one. This one I think was new at Dollar Tree this year. And then the tissue that I had, and the note papers, and I have a few of those that are like this. Again, something that I had shown in the other. Here we go. Note cards, note papers. I have guest checks. I'm counting those as notes. I have this one from Paralyzed Veterans. This one from Wounded Warrior Project. More cards. More cards. And I'm going to get to this one in just a minute. And I have more of these over in the drawer I can pull out. So there's my note cards and papers. Now I'm going to flip this over. Oops, I'm going to go to the next page. Paper bags. If you have a Rural King near you and you are doing a patriotic journal, this is one you might want to take a look at. I got this from my friend Irma in West Virginia today. Rural King, established in 1960. They were established the year my husband was born. But when you flip it over, United States of America, Rural King, celebrating 250 years. God bless America. So I have one bag. Now I'm going to use a couple of the silverware bags. So I'll be using those. And I think I've got a white paper bag, small paper bag over there to use. Then we're going to use sequins. And I have these. I don't have any in white, but I have red, blue, and gold. And I'm happy with those colors. Then flowers. I have to pull flowers yet, but I have some white ones over here. Plus I have these. I have these white ones. I have these red ones. So I think I'm good there. I could also make some of the book page paper flowers. Those are a little bulkier than I like to use in my journals though, unless I'm putting something on the cover. This one does not want to snap closed now. And I don't know why. There we go. So I have flowers. And I got to put that back where it belongs. Hang on a sec. Okay. Hanging up on my lights. So I have flowers. I have the treat bags. Stickers and ribbons I have a mass of. And I don't know why she put ribbons in with the stickers. But she wanted to make sure we were using stickers, I guess, and ribbons and lace, because she's got them multiple times. But I have these label stickers that we use to build a sticker on. I have these that were from one of those mailings. I have these. Oh yes, and rub-ons, and then I have these stickers, but I think they're going to be a little too bright. Not sure. But then I also have rub-ons, which were also on the list. And I'm trying to put everything back after I get it out, because I don't want to lose track of anything. And that's going to have to wait. Okay. Stickers and ribbons, trims and lace. You saw me show off a lot of those when I was doing the Happy Mail bags. So I have those, and I have those. I have this eyelet lace. I have some smaller lace. And I think that's it. Oh, I wanted to show you the cute little dangles that I made with those puff balls. Aren't those cute? I want to put one of these. I think it's going to go on my tassel. I like those. Okay. Squirrel. Okay, and then linen, garment and or linen and fabric. So I have this linen. And then I have these fabrics. And this embroidered tulle. So I have all of those. So I have plenty to play with in this journal. I also had a section of ribbon that had this on it. Guess I got a little bit of a hurry. That one. And I want to put this back over here. So I have that. And then we could pick two of our own. I'm going to use flare and buttons. Number one, because the flare I want to use is that flag pin that I put in everybody's journal box. Huh. I'll have to double check and make sure I've got those in there. But I want to use one of them to use for the closure on the front of my journal, and then safety pins, and I have them in red, white, and blue. So that's going to go in my kit. So that's my kit for Dear Julie Julie's Junk Journal Challenge. I'm not sure how much of her guidelines I'm going to follow, but she's got some techniques that I've not used before in my journals, so I want to try something new. And I may also include a Route 66 dangle in there because this was the 100th anniversary of Route 66 as well. So, like I said, I'm not sure how much of hers I'm actually going to follow, but there are some things that I've not done that she uses, like a waterfall push me, pull me with 4 or more flips, 3 different trash item based charms that I can do. The paper bag hide it pocket. Now that I know what it is, I've just not done it. It's where you cut the bag down to about that deep where you can fold it in, and when you open it up, there's something inside the bottom of the bag. I know what it is, I've just not done it. Flip up pocket page, landscape with 2 inserts. And so I will go back and I'll watch Julie's videos on these, follow along and see what she does. And that is going to be me for my July Patriotic Junk Journal Challenge. I hope you'll go check out Julie's videos and maybe join us. We'd love to have you. I just am not using Facebook as much, so I probably won't participate as much other than here on YouTube and maybe showing on Instagram. I just have been avoiding Facebook. So that's going to do it for me. So I hope you come join us. I will be back here on Friday with more from the Gathering Retreat. In the meantime, please remember, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you on Friday. Creative blessings.